Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So on today's video we are going to be learning how to cut and sew this trendy Ankara baggy pants. So to make this baggy pants, remember you're not going to be using your exact hip measurement. So if your hip measurement is 40 inches, you can add extra 4 inches to your measurement. So remember, when I'm talking about hip measurement in this video, I added extra 40 inches. So here I'm going to check what I folded the fabric into two. So I'm going to check if the fabric is going to be enough. So this person here, the hip measurement is 42 inches and I am using 46 inches for her hip in this particular outfit. So I checked if my folding would be enough, and yes, it would be enough. You check that using the hip measurement divided by 4, and then you add extra 3 inches. So and the fabric was enough. So after that, you're going to get your trouser length. So for this particular person, I used 45 inches. Her length is 42 inches, and I added 3 inches because I wanted to be on the floor. I want it to cover her legs very well. So after getting your length, you're going to now get your hip measurement divided by 4, that is 46 inches divided by 4, and you are going to mark it out from the folded area. From the center, you're going to place from the folded area you place. So after marking from the folded area, you're going to mark from the upper part the same hip measurement divided by 4. So this is going to form a sort of like a box, like a square, not a perfect square though. So this is going to form like a box. Can you see? So I used the same hip divided by 4 for the horizontal line and hip divided by 4 for the vertical line. Remember, we are not using the exact hip measurement. So after that, I'm going to come down from that line by 2 inches. Can you see? You're going to come up, by 2 inches. So on your extended flap, you're going to be dividing your hip measurement by 20 inches and approximate. So hers is giving me 2.5 inches and I place that. Then on that line we came up by 2 inches. You're going to just come out by 0.25 inches just to create a perfect curve. And then you're going to curve and continue with your flap line. Can you see? So I'm going to take the exact measurement I have from that extension down to the ankle. That is going to go all the way down. Do you understand? So you're going to take the exact measurement that you have on that your flap line all the way down. Remember, we are making baggy pants and it has to be as baggy as possible. So you cut out. Remember, you are not going to be using any waist measurement for this trouser because the waist is going to be an elastic band. If this is your first time coming across my YouTube channel, thank you very much for stopping by. Please kindly hit on the subscribe button, turn on notification bell so you get notified whenever I drop a new post. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you very much for always coming back. I really appreciate you guys. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and drop your thoughts and your views via the comment section. So you're going to split that side open, that is the center, the folded part. You're going to split it open. Remember that this is a trouser. So this is your front piece. This is the front piece of our baggy pants. So we are going to go right into cutting the back piece. You're going to fold your fabric into two once more. I joined the upper part of this fabric because I'll be needing an extension at the upper part. Remember, I used the whole 45 inches for the front, so I joined the upper part. So you're going to place your front piece on your folded. Remember this, the back piece. The folding is going to be you're going to have more fabric for the back piece than the front piece. So I'm just trying to check if the folding I have will be enough. So I'll mark out 1 inch at this center part, and then I'm going to pin whatever I have there and flip over. So this is me checking if it's going to be enough, and yes, it will. So to continue with my cutting, remember you are going to mark half inch on that hip line, half inch on the hip line, and you are going to, I'm sorry, 1 inch, sorry guys, 1 inch on the hip line, and you're going to mark 1 inch on the waist and 1 inch on the crotch line. You're going to place your tape from the flap, and you are going to pin whatever you have at that 1 inch you marked out, and mark out your thigh measurement. Please remember to always measure thigh for trousers. So you're going to, for this part, this is for your hip measurement divided by 2. You're going to place your tape from that flap area and flip over to get your hip measurement divided by 2, which has is 23. Can you see? So I got 23. And then you are going to do the same for the waist. You're going to place your tape from the flap area, pin down where you marked out that your 1 inch, and flip over to get your hip divided by 2, which is 23 inches. Remember, we are not using waist measurement for this trouser because we want the waist to be elastic. So you are going to connect your flap or your crotch, and then you are going to come down. You're going to get 1.5 inches from this your back flap extension, and you're going to slant it to the side. Can you see the way I slanted? So I went in by 1.5 inches and I slanted. Can you see? I'm trying to show you it's 1.5 inches, and you're going to slide. Remember, it's going to be at your flap area. So after that, we are going to add 2 inches all the way down. But please, while adding 2 inches, you are going to get from your waist to your knee length, and her knee length here is 23 inches. So that your 2 inches is going to end at your knee length, which you are just going to bring out your hand to go and join your flap for the back. I don't know if you understand, but I believe you saw what I did there. So from that your knee line for the back, you're going to like slant to go meet your crotch or your flap for the back, and then it is time to cut. And then you cut. Remember, you're going to slit the side open because this is a trouser, it is not a gown. Can you see? It slits open, and you're going to cut out. You're going to cut out. And this is it. So this is the front piece and the back piece. Can you see how it's looking? It's already. So next, you're going to cut out your band. So we are going to be using 2.5 inches for the band. I'm sorry, I used 3 inches here, but I later reduced the band. I was not able to capture that part, so I used 2.5 inches, and you're going to get the length of your band. That is, you're going to measure your waist and then use that for the length of your band. I'm sorry I could not capture that. So next, you are going to fold your fabric into 4. Just for the pockets. This is for the pocket. So you're going to fold into 4. Just, you see that I did not fold much, so I'm measuring. I'm using 10 inches for the width and 9 inches for 10 inches for the length, 9 inches for the width. So, and I put my hand at the center to give me this curve shape. I always like my pocket to face downwards, so that is why I have to like place my hand and then like mark out, because I would love my pockets to face downwards. So this is it. We are cutting the pockets. So you see it's facing downwards. Can you see? So it's 4 here. I folded into a 4. So after that, you are going to get your pattern, and you are going to join the flap. Can you see? You join the flap of the front and join the flap of the back, after which you also join You are also, can you see I already joined the flap of the front and the back? Can you see? After that, I'm going to join my side with just 1 inch. I will just come down by 1 inch. Can you see? I just joined it by 1 inch, both sides, so I can attach the pockets. That was why I did it like that, so I can attach the pocket. So did you see? You make sure your pocket is facing downwards, and you're going to place it like so. Can you see? You're going to place it like so. So I'm using pin to secure it down. I'm using pin to secure it down. Can you see? Use pin and secure. Use pin and secure, and I'm going to place this one on the other side. Can you see? Can you see the front of the pocket? Both front of the Ankara for the pocket is facing each other. I believe we all can see what I am doing. It's very clear. So after you're done sewing, you're going to sew like that, and you're going to also sew the other piece of the pocket. Can you see? You're also going to sew it. Can you see? Then after sewing, you are going to come back, and you're going to place the two pockets on top of each other, and you're going to sew all the way around the pocket and then go down. Can you see? You're going to sew all the way round the pocket, and then you go down. I sewed with 1 inches allowance, and I'm also going to do the same for this other pocket. I'm also going to do the same for this other pocket. If you are still with me on this video, that means you're really enjoying what we are doing here and you find it helpful. Thank you very much for sticking by. Please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, also turn on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I make a new post. So can you see, I'm just repeating the same process I used for the other pocket for this other pocket. So you pin down, you're also going to sew, and you are going to also sew. So after sewing, you're also going to sew all the way around the pocket down. So after that, you are going to now join your flap area. After that, you join your flap area. It's advisable you start from the center of the flap to one side, and then come back and start from the center to the other side. It's easier that way. So after joining, this is what we have. This is what we have after joining. We are done joining everything, the pockets, even the sides, and the flap area. Can you see the pocket? Very neat, very beautiful. So that's it. So we are done joining the pockets and the flap. We already folded the down part. I already folded the down part. So you also fold. Can you see? I've already folded. So after that, the next thing we are going to be doing is to attach the band. So the next thing is to attach the band. So you are going to sew. I like sewing my band from the back, from the center back. From the center back. So you're going to leave a few space, maybe 2 inches for joining the band. For yes, can you see? And then you are going to sew all the way around to come meet the band. Do you understand? But make sure you leave 2 inches both sides, or 1.5 inches to get like 3 inches, so that you'll be able to close up your band. Remember, the band is still open. Can you see? So this is how I'm going to close up the band. I'm going to show you guys this one when I am sewing it, because I believe you people might Can you see? So after that, you're going to measure your elastic. I'm using 1.5 inches elastic, and for this person's waist is 35 inches, but I minus 4 inches, so I'm using 31 inches. You minus 4 inches because you don't want your band to be too free, so I'm using 31 inches. So after sewing, I'm going to pass my band. So here I've already sewn the band. Can you see? I've already sewn the band, but I left like 3 inches, 1.5 inch this side, 1.5 inches this side. Can you see? So it's time for me to like close my band. Can you see? So I'm going to like open it up. You open up the band and then you are going to join. Open up the band and you join. Open up the band and join. You see, so don't don't close the band yet. Do you understand? Like that down part, don't sew it here. That is where you're going to pass your elastic through. So you're going to pass your elastic through that side, and then all the way round. You pass your elastic through that side and all the way round. All the way round. All the way round. Till you come out on the other side. Can you see? So this is it. I'm done passing my elastic, and then it's time to join the elastic. You're going to join the elastic, of course. So you're going to make sure that your elastic is straight inside the band. You're going to make sure that there is nowhere that the elastic twisted inside the band. So you're going to join like so. I like joining straight. Do you understand? I place one on top of the other and then I stitch severally. That's how I join my elastic. So I place one on top of the other and then I stitch severally. And this is it. I am done joining the elastic band. Can you see? And then next is to now close up that part of your band. Next is to close up that part of your band. So after this, after closing up, you're going to run stitches round 2 times. Make sure the center is wider so that you can pass your rope inside. I'm sorry guys, I could not get that part, but this is the result of Ankara baggy pants, and this is absolutely beautiful. Please let me know in the comment section if you're going to be trying this out. See you some other time, friends. Bye.